I know we just met, and you haven't got me quite figured out yet. I guess I'll save you some time. I got more than just one side. These worn-out boots and these scarred-up knuckles are from too much fun and from too much trouble. I wouldn't blame you if you walked away, but I really hope you'll stay. Cause I got a wild side when I'm feeling just right. Hang on, cause it's gonna be a rough ride. Get the feelings that I just can't hide. When it comes out at the wrong time, I got a wild side, 10 feet tall and it's double wide. I get the feeling that you just might like to meet my wild side. Words, I put God and family first, but sometimes turning that other cheek is just too much for me. I know what you think you see when you're staring right through me. You might get a surprise, cause I've got another side. I got a wild side when I'm feeling just right. Hang on, cause it's gonna be a rough ride. Get the feelings that I just can't hide. When it comes out at the wrong time, cause I got a wild side, 10 feet tall and it's double wide. I get the feeling that you might like to meet my wild side. Scarred-up knuckles are from too much fun and from too much trouble. I know we just met, and you haven't got me quite figured out yet. I guess I'll save you some time. I got more than just one side. These worn-out boots and these scarred-up knuckles are from too much fun and from too much trouble. I wouldn't blame you if you walked away, but I really hope you'll stay. Cause I got a wild side when I'm feeling just right. Hang on, cause it's gonna be a rough ride. Get the feelings that I just can't hide. When it comes out at the wrong time, I got a wild side, 10 feet tall and it's double wide. I get the feeling that you just might like to meet my wild side. I heard the preacher's words, I put God and family first, but sometimes turning that other cheek is just too much for me. I know what you think you see when you're staring right through me. You might get a surprise, cause I've got another side. I got a wild side when I'm feeling just right. Hang on, cause it's gonna be a rough ride. Get the feelings that I just can't hide. When it comes out at the wrong time, cause I got a wild side, 10 feet tall and it's double wide. I get the feeling that you might like to meet my wild side.
Me my wild side.
out boots and scarred up knuckles are from too much fun and from too much trouble. I know we just met, and you haven't got me quite figured out yet. I guess I'll save you some time. I got more than just one side. These worn out boots and these scarred up knuckles are from too much fun and from too much trouble. I wouldn't blame you if you walked away, but I really hope you'll stay. Cause I got a wild side when I'm feeling just right. Hang on, cause it's gonna be a rough ride. Get the feelings that I just can't hide. When it comes out at the wrong time, I got a wild side, 10 feet tall and it's double wide. I get the feeling that you just might like to meet my wild side.
Welcome to Speedway. Why is my mic maxed out? There we go. Welcome to Speedway, Indiana, and home of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway as we get ready to turn them loose here for the iSNF NextGen Cup Series. I'm Tony Trapasso. He's Matt Metler. Welcome to Indy, Matt. And joining us also now is the Chief Cook and Bottle Washer here in the iSNF, Miss Rhea Ferris.
Greetings. What do we have in store here for the Indy rectangle, if I like to call it? Since it's not an oval, it's also got rounded corners of a rectangle, but it's more rectangular-esque. Wouldn't you guys agree?
Yeah, I'll second you on that, Rhea. It definitely has its own signature characteristic shape to it for sure. 2.5 miles around this facility. You can really utilize that draft, and you better be good in those short shoots if you're going to want to make some great time around this facility.
True story is the reason this place is actually a rectangle is because they had a difficult time trying to lay bricks in an oval pattern back in the day when this thing was originally built.
That is an awesome nugget. I never even knew that.
That's why they kind of squared the corners off a little more than other racetracks around the world. But definitely a fun layout here.
Now, this is not... Penske owns this track, but it's not, quote-unquote, the house that Penske built, right? That'd be Michigan? Gotcha.
Michigan, and he did it again in
Fontana.
Fontana, yes.
Yeah, Fontana, yeah, okay. But nonetheless, this is a quality facility because the highest quality team owner owns the track.
Bias much?
Only just a little, yeah. You know. Yeah, you know, Roger Penske is an Ohio native like me. Us Ohioans have to stick together.
Okay, we won't hold that against you.
Go Buckeyes, whoever's listening. Oh, wait.
Okay, I can't fight you on that one because my cousin Timmy AJ, I'm sorry, used to kick for the Buckeyes.
Okay. Yep.
So I can't really fight with you on that statement.
So we do have 100 laps for you guys tonight here, switching gears, pun intended. You're going to have stage breaks on laps 25 and 50 tonight. And in race settings, there's going to be 60% fuel capacity out there. We're looking
60% fuel fill. We're looking right around 15 to 17 laps out of a tank of Go Fast then.
Okay. Yeah, because it's a pretty long way around. And check out that 41 paint scheme while we're talking, by the way. Tommy Stanley literally just painted that car today. It's fresh, literally right off the press. Right off the wrapping press, because they don't paint cars anymore. But, and it's also getting a lot of damage out there as we speak. But nonetheless...
Tommy Stanley?
Yeah. Oh, no, Harsh Missile. Sorry. A 41 car of Harsh Missile. His paint just got done by Tommy Stanley. That's what I meant to say. I apologize. I misspoke.
Purdue Boilermaker.
Yes, and that is a true to life scheme for the Cup Series in real life this weekend. So that's another thing I wanted to add is everyone that is running a true to life paint in this race is getting 5 extra bonus points, Matt. So that was one of the cool things about today's race is everyone who is participating in True to Life will get 5 bonus points. Going through the rest of the settings with you, Matt, we got 4 extra sets of tires to get the job done. Is that correct? I believe, according to the notes. I believe.
Yeah, 4 extra. Yep, 4 extra sets of Dr. Feelgoods to go the distance here, the 100 miles. And I love the fact that there's bonus points on the line. Always those numbers come ever so more important as we get to that playoff mark, and then once again inside the playoffs. As a driver, as a team owner, you got to take those points when they're available and on the table.
100%. And that's another thing we did at the beginning of the season. During the off season, we updated our rule book a little bit, and instead of 3 points for it's going to be the number today to not go over. 0 fast repairs. So if people are aggressive early, they're going to be sitting on pit road for a long, long time or on the hauler altogether.
Well, that just goes to, to reiterate, you can't win it going into turn number 1, and you have to keep your car clean. Let the story of attrition play out. Just don't be part of the story, and that's one of the keys to success of rolling into victory lane when it's all said and done.
100%. You're right. And sadly, we do express that quite a bit every single race in the driver's meeting, and it just goes in one ear and out the other with the same people every week doing exactly what we just described. And the ones that end up slide into the top 10 at the end of the race that didn't run there all race long usually are the ones that are listening. So we'll see if that's going to carry on here tonight. But as I mentioned before we went on air, Matt, the 51 car seems to have a little magic at this track. The 51 car, currently driven by William Britton out there, has seen victory lane 3 out of 3 races prior here in the Cup Series at Indianapolis Rectangle. So this is the 4th event total. Will the 51 car see victory lane 4 times in a row by 3 different drivers? So something to keep an eye on. Roll the dice. It could just be one of those fluke things where everyone kind of wrecks out and the 51's the only one standing left, and he gets out there and gets victory lane. Let's see what happens out there. That's an interesting nugget to chew on as we go through this this race. But 3 green white checkers and at the end of this thing, and like I said, stages laps 25 and 50. Who's the fastest in practice right now? I think that's
going to go to the Toyota of the 54 of Josh Grosso right now. He's coming in with a quick lap of a 52.87.
Nice. So look for him and Alex Eraldson to perhaps duke it out for a pole position. We are going to have 4 laps. That'll be a 10-minute quali because of the length of the track. It being as big as it is, we will allow 10 minutes to do 4 laps. Also gives everyone a little bit of a chance to use the facilities before we go green during that extra grid time. Allows you guys to perhaps pull in somebody for an interview or something as well while we're sitting there twiddling our thumbs on pit road, listening to a driver's meeting that no one else wants to listen to anyway. And
you hit the nail on the head. It lets the drivers go ahead and get rid of their old fluids from qualifying, put some new synthetic oil or some race fuels in that juice box that they have sitting next to them perhaps, and then like you said, talk to one of these high flying hot rods, one of the pilots of these race cars here before we set the grid. You're absolutely right. So let me turn this over to you, Rhea. You're going to be out there in competition today. I know you've had limited practice. How does that influence at least your race in the short term once we go green here?
Well, I mean, my strategy is to just kind of lay back and let the race come to me, because I came close to winning here the last time we were here, based on just fuel mileage strategy combined with darkness setting in a little premature, if you will. And I'd like to at least try to get myself back in that situation again to where we have a shot at a good top 5 or even a win But it's going to take that kind of miracle for that to happen. But there's going to be a lot of shifting involved. And I think a lot of people are going to be looking to handle their race car differently. Depends on the skill level here. It does require skill here, unlike super speedways. So you've got to definitely learn how to shift and got to know when to shift and downshift and all that. And if you're downshifting at the wrong time and you put too much emphasis on that, it will wear your tires out really quick. And this is a kind of a tire eater track, being as shallow banking as it is. And
Rhea, you hit the nail right on the head, not to cut you off there.
no, you're fine.
But you mentioned this track being abrasive as it is. It absolutely is. And that's one of the aspects of this racetrack, I think, that doesn't get enough credit, especially when you go to that super speedway category, which a lot of people initially, tend to say this falls in. But really, this track's an altogether animal of its own. To go off the tire wear that you mentioned, that track temp right now north of the century mark, so it's at 107 degrees. So getting back to your points of that downshifting, if you execute that wrong, that's going to be additional wear and tear on those good years. The last thing you want in this next gen car is to start feed and wheel, and that car does not want to respond. It wants to plow up the hill. That's going to really overheat that right front tire, and that's going to make for a long afternoon. Now, another point to the shifting, you definitely don't want to money shift it, but you want to be money on the money stop. That could be critical as well, coming to the end here, depending on how cautions play out, right?
Yes, and that's exactly right. Fuel mileage, it will be a factor. I mean, Paul Menard won the Brickyard 400 on fuel mileage as lone win at a very important track for him and his family. It can happen, and I know Chris Van Mistrict and as well as myself, Joe Grijalva came home with the trophy last time, of course, driving the 51 car. It's magic. But nonetheless, I mean, it came down to strategy there at the end. Tires, fuel, conservation, knowing when to dump the clutch and save a little bit on your good years and your Sunoco racing fuel at the same time.
Exactly after the short chute turns here at this race facility, and you hit the nail on the head. This is a technical track. If you're a driver outside that's really never been here or been in competition, you're about to find out exactly what Rhea just said here as these competitors get ready to strap in for 100 laps here from the Brickyard, the birthplace of speed. I want to thank everyone again for joining us live here on
And I
SRM.
would like to apologize because my connection keeps going into the toilet.
Oh, Tony, you're perfectly fine. Rhea and I
we'll
were
be right back after this break.
Oh, okay. Race fans, welcome back right here to the birthplace of speed. That's right, Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the iSNF Cup Series as they take out this 2.5-mile oval right here live on SRM. I'm Matt Metler. She's Rhea Ferris. And on the production side of things, as always, the one and only Tony Trapasso. And Tony, we've seen it already as we're more than halfway through qualifying. Some of these drivers, this track, throwing some curveballs at them already.
Yeah, Tristan Rivers having some issues there as he's currently sitting 17th quick. Jalen Battle out on track right now. The man out of Atlanta, Georgia. And Rhea, correct me if I'm wrong, but Jalen was our season 4 champion? Yes.
Jalen, yes. Yes.
Look at the screen, stupid. That's all you had to say to me. As you see it there, we've got his driver info pulled up.
Mm-hmm.
Season 4 champion, 10 wins. Still winless, though, here at the Brickyard.
Yes. Still, yes. And he's running part-time this year, and it's very difficult to see him in the 62 car. And you hit the nail on the head back at Daytona, Tony, when we were talking about he's following himself. The 24 car was pushing the 62 down the backstretch, and it's foreign to see him drive anything else.
I want to apologize for the language I'm about to use, but the best way I can describe it was a mindfuck the first time I saw it. I'm like, wait a second,
wrong.
That's Jalen. What's going on here? Are there twins? Did he clone himself and nobody told me?
Yeah.
Jalen out on track right now and on the clock. Looks like he may have given up one lap. And he is going to need to start to hustle this thing with only 32 seconds left. He's got just enough time to get to the start-finish line coming through turn 4 right now.
And he's got that number 62 Chevrolet wound out like a banshee as he's screaming towards that start-finish line. His time about expires. Tony, he's going to make the time, make it to the stripe, 23rd on the pylon with a 50.79. So he's going to have a little bit of work cut out for him here once that green flag does drop over this 2.5-mile facility.
And with that, we are going to go into, I believe, a warm-up session. Nope, race grid, my bad. As we start to take a look at tonight's race grid, Lenny Schnebel setting quick time, 52.968 to go quick time. He's going to be joined on the front row with past champion Marcus Hagman. Josh Grosso and Mike Simon are going to make up row number 2. Justin Barkley and Dan Homer row 5. Kenneth Tier and Cody McCorkle making up row number 4. That was row 3 for Homer and Barkley. 4 for Tier and McCorkle. Austin Cook and Jonas Gunnarsson making up row number 5. And Alex Arilson and Kiko Mueller rounding out your top 6 rows. Matt? Do I have Matt? Did I lose Matt? Did I lose everybody?
I'm here.
Okay. Matty Forns and Danny Solo going to roll it from row number 7. Row 8 is going to see Jason Doer and Jack Yeagerman. Tristan Rivers and Jared McCauley in row number 9. William Britton and Christian Delgado in row number 10. And Rio told us keep an eye on the 51 tonight, as that is undefeated here as a number at the Brickyard. Linus Brostrom and Shane Posey rolling it from row number 11. Row 12 is going to see Jalen Battle and Chase Harden. Harish Misal and Emily Fagrell going to roll it from row number 13. Row 14 is going to go to Rosa Laszlo and Mike Iskandar. Robert Rowe and Tommy Stanley in row 15. Row 16, he's our very own Rhea Ferris and Jerry Parker. Row 17 is going to go to Joey Maines and Eduardo Capaparo. Chris Van Maastricht and Brian Treadwell in row number 18. Row 19 is going to see Paul Wilson and Casey Tomlinson and Paul Wilson. And starting shotgun on the field in the 78, Bob Wyckoff to round out the field of 39 starters here tonight. as the field starts to roll it behind the official iRacing pace car. The Ford Mustang GT500 pace car, the official pace car of iRacing, always has been, always will be. 100 laps of scheduled distance, stage breaks at laps 20 and 50. Schnebel has the Kroger drumstick, number 47 up on pole. The only thing that's left for me to say is, it's time to wipe the visor and adjust the 5-point harness. Grandma, grab the barbecue. It's time to get it on in the Brickyard. Race fans, it's showtime! Green flag comes out, and I am the only one up here in the booth. And ladies and gentlemen, I do want to apologize as I'm feeling under the weather tonight, which is why you heard Matt and Rio during most of the pre-show. But right now, Schnebel, Hagman, Grosso, Simon, Barkley hanging in on the right there at the front, getting pretty single filed out pretty quickly. We've got to go back here to this battle. It's turned into a 3-car dance pretty quickly as Wilson throws it down on the low side. Tier lets him go. 3 wide behind him is that's Matty Forns caught in the sandwich. Dan Solo on the bottom side, Mueller on the top shelf. Mueller backs out of it. Solo bombs it going into the corner as here we go. We are going to take a look at we did have one car elect to pit start. That was Casey Tomlinson. Top 12, pretty single filed out right now. Oh, we got one into the wall. It's a 45. Let's go back and see what happened there. As you see him coming down the long front straightaway here, somebody having issues in the back, getting all sorts of sideways. Here we go, coming into turn number 1. The 17 blows the entry to the corner, and the 45 just comes up the track and tags him. Oh, we got other cars bouncing and banging and banging and bouncing. As Rivers electing to tow it. Let's watch that one again. We're taking a look from the iRacing blimp now. You see the 45 and the 17 coming down the front straightaway, almost side by side. And the 45 just loses the front end. It goes up the track. And the 14 bangs the wall, trying to avoid him. It's a little too much rear brake bias. Gets it all wrong and slaps the wall. And with that, we're under caution number 1. And here is your race leader, Lenny Schnebel. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. We are back at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the Brickyard 250 presented by iSNF. Schnebel continues to show the way as lights are out on the pace car field, working its way out of turn number 4. Here we go. Back to green flag action. Schnebel getting a good getaway right now as we're still too wide for third between Grosso and Barkley. And we're back under caution. Well, we don't get to see what caused that accident, but 3 cars involved with it. With that, sorry folks, but I gotta step away one more time.
All right, welcome back everybody to the iSNF NextGen Cup Series. I am Mike Demoni, going to help Tony out here and see what we can do to bring you some of this action here. Battle for the lead now between Joshua Grasso and Lenny Shinabel, looks like. Okay. Cool. Justin Barkley back in third. Danny Solo in fourth. Battle back here between Linus Brodstrom and Jonas Gunnarsson. Yep, 51 down to the inside. Gonna make a couple passes here. Logan Britton is a previous winner here and is gonna... Oh, three.
This league has been to this track three times prior to this, and with two different drivers. The 51 has seen victory lane in all three previous races. Britain is the third driver to pilot the 51. I'm sorry, folks.
21, Austin Cook got sideways back there. Down to the inside wall. Take a look, see what we got going on here. Side by side with the 4 there. Christian Delgado side by side. Ooh. Like everybody just got loose there coming off the corner, and there was more wrecking in front of him. The 43 of Jack Jaegerman there. Six of Jared McCauley behind him there. They're trying to avoid the 91. Just hits him right in that driver's side door. The 91 of Mike Simon there, Team Trackhouse driver. '91 gets up. The 4 and 21 almost get together. 91 goes out towards the outside. Goes around and just 21 just clips him in that left rear quarter and sends him into that outside wall. And that collects the 43 as well. Had a few cautions here early in this action. Austin Cook there in the 21. Like he's just got a little bit of damage there to the outside and to that left front. Working lap 37 of 100. Getting close to that all-important stage break and points being doled out here. Stage break is at the halfway mark at that 50 lapper. We'll see who comes in to get tires and fuel, but as we've had a couple cautions here early. It's been the last time. So it looks like most of the drivers last pitted about 11 laps ago. There's a couple that pitted. Yeah, looks like a couple drivers pitted on lap 30 here. So after that first stage break, everybody made their way down through the pit stops, and we'll get stacked up here as the lights are out on the pace car. It's like the 47 of Lenny Cinnabel on the inside lane. We'll have Schnabel. Sorry, folks. Joshua Grosso to his outside. Row 2, Justin Barkley and Danny Solo. It's like they're getting all set up here. We'll see if if Grasso's 54 Toyota can get that outside lane to work, as the pace car is in, making their way down to the start-finish line. Side by side, looks like the 54 barely beats him to the line. Jumping out of line is the 8 of Alex Alderson, the points leader here. Trying to get a couple more spots early before they kind of single file out. Oh, the 51 of William Britton gets turned and goes down into the infield off the track. So looks like we're going to stay green for now. Looks like he got might have had a little bit of help getting sideways there. Not the season he wanted, as he brings out the caution now. There's the 8 jumping out of line. 51 in the high lane there. 22 checks up a little bit. The 4 gets a run. 4 slides down and looks like they both got just a little bit loose, as the 4 still to his inside and just touches him again. And that's the 4 of Christian Delgado there. Looks like he got a little bit loose after he had that run and kind of slid up, tried to keep the wheel straight coming down one of the 4 straightaways here at Indy, and just bumped that 51 right in the left rear quarter panel, sent him into the infield. And then it looks like when Britton tried to get going again, he got on track and was a little too slow and brought out that caution there. So you can see his Cup stats for this this rookie here. 4 starts, 4 DNFs. He is looking to finish his first race here tonight. If anybody, looks like we do have a few guys coming to pit lane. It's like just the drivers that have had some damage going on. 44, the 51. Robert Rowe and William Britton. Looks like Tommy Stanley's in. Casey Tomlinson. So they'll work their way again through this pit lane. We'll see if we can get some green flag laps going here before the end of the stage. It is 9 laps away before we have that stage break. We got the 47 here out front from Germany. You'll see lots of different countries out here. 5 starts, 2 top 10s, and only 3 DNFs. The 54 Toyota of Joshua Grosso will move up to his outside as they get ready to set this field once again. Lights are out on the pace car. Got a ways to go to get around this oval course here at Indy. Justin Barkley in that 31 up 2 positions. Danny Solo up 10. Alex Alderson up 5. And that's the top 5 right now as they work their way back to the screen flag. All right, hang on. There went the 99. 51 jumps out. '99 slides up into the almost into the 33, then gets a little help there with the 78 of Bob Wyckoff. All right, they're going to get stacked back up here for another restart. Here they go down the straightaway. Green flag back out in the air. '47 gets out to a good start there on the inside lane. Danny Solo out to the outside. Drops down in front of Daniel Holmer. Alex Arlitzen. Back and forth. Jonas Gunnarsson in 5th. Linus Brostrom in 6th. Kristen Delgado up to 7th. Got Shane Posey and Austin Cook into that outside wall. Bounces off of it a couple times. He stays on the track and we stay green. 2 laps left now to the stage break here. Ooh, the 9 of Daniel Holmer just gets a little bit loose there. The 8 checks up. Side by side with the 22. Bouncing off of each other there. It allows the 3 of Linus Brostrom to get that outside lane. He's going to pass both of them there and take that spot up inside the top 4 now. Going to be battling for the 5th position side by side. Gunnarsson and Erlitzson. And you got the 4 on the outside of Christian Delgado. Is outside of Shane Posey and Eduardo Carapato. That 16 gets a little loose, almost hits that outside wall. The 11 and 6 are side by side as the 11 drifts up a little bit. Battling down the straightaway here. 16 slides in behind him. Shane Posey still inside of the 6 of Jared McCauley. Final lap of this stage. So that will do it for the stage, it looks like here. Lenny Schnebel will win the stage. Danny Solo in second. Linus Brostrom in third. Daniel Holmer in fourth. Alex Arlitzson, Jonas Gunnarsson, Christian Delgado, Shane Posey, Jared McCauley, and Eduardo Carapato round out the top 10 there. So everybody will probably come in and hit pit lane. Yep, all the leaders making their way down pit lane. These drivers that are not pitting last pitted on lap 44. So the 51 Ford of William Britton, Jalen Battle, Amelia Bagriel, and so I was going to put new drivers up front that have not been out front before. 51 up 18 spots. The 62 of Jalen Battle up 21. The 99 up 23. So definitely took some track position after they made their pit stop there about 8 laps ago. Looks like the lights are out on the pace car, so we'll be getting set to go once again here. Back up. Ready to go. Britton and Battle on the front row. Britton will have the button that he leads them down to the restart here. Gets on that loud pedal and away he goes. Battle just to his outside. They're still almost side by side up front here as Battle backs off just enough to slide in behind the 51 there of Britton. They get a pretty good start on this restart. The 31 of Justin Barkley back there as well. We have the 8 and the 33 pulling out, trying to make some track position here. Well, they're almost up into that outside wall. Looks like he does catch it just a little bit. Fades back through the field. The 22 of Jonas Gunnarsson is around, but it looks like he's able to turn it back. And we're staying green. Lots of tire smoke there, but heck of a drive for the 22 Ford there of Jonas Gunnarsson. And now we are under caution. Looks like back in the field. See what happened here. Everybody kind of slows down, checking up there. Oh, 78 gets hip checked into that inside wall. Bob Wyckoff there. It's like he was just minding his own business, and see who that was that might have came down on him. Looks like it was the 7 of Casey Tomlinson, maybe. $13 goes high out to the outside. Oh, it looks like the 7 was trying to avoid the 12 there. Just got checked into that inside wall, so he is going to be sitting there for a while. One of the veterans of this league. It looks like the 12 was just kind of slow there in that high lane. And then the 78 and 7 kind of got up towards the wall. The 7 goes down to try and avoid the 12 and just sends him into the inside wall. So that is not the way he wanted to end his day there. William Britton's taken the track position and putting it to work out here. If he can get the lightning restart he had last time. Jalen Battle was able to hang around there for second. Guys who led the first part of this race are not too far behind in 4th and 5th there. Cinnabel and Grasso. Indianapolis has tons of stuff that goes on here every year. Even had a golf course as well. Lights are still on the pace car, so we gotta, looks like we're gonna have another lap after this one to get everybody set and the field right. Lights should go out on the pace car. Looks like they will. Working lap 58 here. Burton on the inside, Battle on the outside. The 31 Chevy of Justin Barkley takes the inside. The man who led most of this race, Cinnabel, there is up in that outside of row 2 here. So we'll see if he can take this restart and go back to where he was for the majority of this race here. Coming through 3 right now. It is one of the more uniquely set up, we'll call it an oval, but it's basically got 4 unique turns and 4 straightaways. Lights came back on, so they delayed the start one more time. So one more time around here. Lights are out once again, and we should get rolling as they make their way down the backstretch here. Britain in battle. One more turn. Pace car should make that left-hand turn down pit lane, and we'll be set to go here. Pace car is in. Britain has the button. Coming down this straightaway here to the bricks. And away through turn one. Looks like the 31 there of Justin Barkley forced it 3 wide, and behind them they are wrecking. Danny Solo there. Looks like he took the brunt of it there as the 11 jumped out of line. Let's see what happened here with the 24. 24 down to the inside as well. 16 slides up, 24 still there. 16 and 24. 24 tried to jump down out of line, get a run, and then just got on the nose there of that 16 machine. Crosses the start-finish line there. Gets a run going into one. 16 kind of slides up, kind of turns down, and 24 was just there. Eduardo Carapado just turned down, and the 24 was already in that position. So on board here with Jared McCauley. He took the access road. Here's the view on the 16 of Eduardo. Kind of slides up a little bit. Barely sees the 24. And just into that outside wall, the 24 goes. So we will reset it once again. Justin Barkley made a heck of a move in turn one there. Was able to get up into second place. William Britton still taking advantage of that track position. Hanging out here in P1 right now. Jalen Battle not too far behind. Looks like he got hung up being in that outside row and fell back a couple spots here to P4. There goes, looks like the lucky dog of the 43, Jack Jagerman. So he will get one of his laps back here. We'll stack them back up as lights are out on the pace car. We'll see if that 31 machine of Justin Barkley can get the run he had last time. He was going places when that green flag dropped. We'll stack them up once again here as they are working through another caution. Now, one of the short straightaways here at Indianapolis. This Brickyard Racing 51 is a rookie in driver, but he has the 51 machine has came to victory lane a few times here at Indy. So he will have control of the field once again as the pace car jumps out into pit lane. He waits and is on the button now. Something about not letting him get out of sights, was all over that rear bumper. See if he's going to try and push it down to the inside as Justin Barkley is trying to stay with him as well, side by side. The 47 and the 31. 47 gets a run and jumps in front of Barkley there. Coming down the backstretch. Everybody kind of fans out just a little bit, trying to find some speed in their machines. Chenabel and Britton didn't take long to decide that battle, as the 47 machine is back out front where he was before. Justin Barkley and Britton battling side by side for that second place as they come down the front stretch once again. And you have the 54 of Grasso and the 62 of Battle. It looks like they were trying to battle there for a minute, but Battle's going the wrong way. So is the 51 of William Britton, as he is stuck on that high lane. Probably not where he really wants to be or feels comfortable. And they're wrecking back behind. Looks like the 33, the 5, maybe even the 12 might have been involved in it there a little bit. Got the 11 and the 8. Not seeing anything with that right there. So 11 went in, check that. Oh, that's what happened. 11 went into that inside wall, bounced back across the track, collects the 33, the 12. It's like the 33, the 12. So here goes Shane Posey coming through the corner there, gets loose, goes into that inside wall, and gets back into the 33, the 5. It's like the 5 might have almost got the worst of it. Marcus Hagman, as he just almost right in the door there. Got a 13 machine back here as well. Just gets a little loose there, dives down behind the 99. The 12s, or yeah, like the 12 is checking up and just got a little tap there from the 13. So Hagman, Maines, Parker, Britton, Rowe, Ferris, Wilson, McCorkle, all on pit lane. So here they go again here. Cheneville, Barkley, Grosso, Brostrom, Battle, Holmer. Inside the top 6 here. Looks like lights are out on the pace car, so we will be going back to green momentarily here. Looks like the outside lane might have their hands full here. Barkley, Brostrom, and Holmer there. The two faster cars we've seen most of the night is that 47 and 54 machine down on the inside lane. We'll see if they work together again to try and get out to a lead. They're working through lap 68 here of 100, so 69 when we go back to the green flag. Cinnabel and Barkley on the front row. And we are under green once again. The 8 of Alex Alderson goes down to the inside, forces it 3 wide already. Looks like they were just able to get it back to 2 wide before coming through 1. Coming through 2 here. The 3 of Alex Alderson is in the middle. The 54 still staying down on the inside lane. Looks like that's kind of where he wants to be, as that 31 of Justin Barkley is just to his outside. The 3 and the 31 almost get together there as they battle through turn 3, coming down that short stretch, turn into turn 4 here. Down the front stretch they go. Barkley's going the wrong way as Battle's down to his inside. We'll see if Battle's going to be able to take this position here momentarily. And it looks like he will get it right there. 31 still kind of hanging tough there. The 9 of Daniel Holmer on that outside lane just keeps going the wrong way, it looks like, as Alderson is down to his inside. Getting a little help there from the 4 machine. 8 slides up just a bit. Still side by side with the 9. Coming down that straightaway here. Looks like the 22's making a little ground there. Fastest lap of the race goes to the 54 of Grosso with the 52.687. everybody kind of single filed out. See what they can do as they... Ooh, the 9 gets turned there. Daniel Holmer was sideways on the nose of the 4 machine of Christian Delgado, but they're able to straighten it back out, and we stay green. .42 was all over the back of the 4 machine there for a minute. I want to just thank everybody joining us on YouTube for watching this round number 4 here of the iSNF NextGen Cup Series race, and they put on here every Saturday night. That's a 31 and 8, starting to battle just a little bit here. .31 still hanging tough. Looks like he just barely touched that outside wall. It's a little bit of a run and gets the gap there. Grasso still has the fastest lap of the race and is still hanging tough. But he's about a half second back of the leader there as these guys start to kind of draw the field out just a bit. Doesn't look like there's too many battles going on track. Closest battle is the one we're watching here between Barkley and Alderson. You see on that track map there, though, how it's kind of starting to spread out just a little bit here. We'll see if anybody's going to pit here pretty soon, or if they're going to drive it as far as they can for as long as they can, and then come to pit road and get those fresh tires for the end of the race. They was looking to the outside, but jumped back behind Barkley there. Errolson is all over the back bumper of that 31. I think he's going to try and decide when's a good time to make that pass. Almost looks like he has a better corner entry than Barkley does. Barkley seems to get the better drive off the corner for the moment. Gap up front is shrinking a little bit as well. Looks like we've got Mike Iskandar in pits in the number 1 machine. Battle back here. All these guys are single file, kind of trying to log some laps. We are 25 laps to go. Oh, Jalen Battle in pit lane as well. So we know everybody can make it on fuel from here. Just a matter if they're going to try and hang out and wait and see what happens with the track position. The 9 goes to the inside of the 41 machine of Missal. Christian Delgado also is going to try and pass the 41 on that inside lane. Not quite as a 4 gets loose there. That 41 runs up the track, and we'll see which one has a better drive off. Looks like the 4 gets a good drive into the corner as they come down the front stretch, and then he just gets loose again. You can see that car just shake just a little bit. Does Delgado. Missal still holding on to that spot. Battle for 9th and 10th here. Up front, battle for first. Cinabel and Grasso, 2 fastest cars we've had on track most of the day, are back up front, and the gap is shrinking as they are still putting down laps. Car just in front of them is smoking like crazy, and that is the 5 machine of Marcus Hagman. Hagman got the unlucky virtue of driving right into the door of that 11 machine when it came back up onto the track. So he's just trying to finish the race here. But you can just see there's no hood on that machine, and it is smoking like crazy. Up front, they're still battling pretty tight. We're within a couple tenths of a second here as they come out into one of the short corners here. These two have been pretty much the class of the field for the majority of the race. 22 laps to go. We'll see if anybody who's short pitted is going to be able to find their way towards the front, as it looks like Grasso's coming into pit. So 22 laps to go. Looks like Barkley's in. Those are the guys pitting from the front here. Shenabel's still out in front. He's got over a 3-second lead now back to Linus Brostrom here. Everybody's spread out pretty good for the moment. 51 down to the inside. Going to make that pass look easy on Joey Maines. It's like the 9 and 48 are pretty close here. Daniel Homer in that 9 machine. Kenneth Tier in the 48. Leader makes his way to pit lane. The 3 of Brostrom is as well. The 8 of Arleson in. So that turns the lead over to the 22 Ford of Jonas Gunnarsson. And Homer and Tier are battling for 2nd and 3rd right now. Christian Delgado back to 4th. It looks like the 99 machine in the back kind of got out of line there a little bit. $20 laps to go. And Homer comes into pit lane. The 22 Ford did stay out a little bit longer than everybody else. So we'll see if that Team Penske Ford waits a couple more laps to get out, or if he's going to bring it in pretty quickly here. Does take a little time to get on and off pit road here. 51 machine of William Britton still hanging tough in that top 5 position here, as the leaders all bring it down pit road. Britton did bring it down early. He last pitted on lap 66. So he is back out front. We'll see if he's going to be able to take this track position and turn it into a W here for that 51 machine. Missile is back in second. Joey Maines, the 42 machine, is up to third, but Maines has pitted. His last pit stop is telling me it's on lap 66, so he should be good to go as well. Joey Maines up 31 positions as Missile takes it down pit lane. So Britton and Maines have enough fuel to get to the end. We'll just see if anybody is able to run them down after they make their pit stops here. Cinnabel and Grasso made their pit stops on lap 79 and 80, so they will have a few lap fresher tires. And they were running faster lap times in general than the top 2. So here they looks like they're trying to work together, but not really, as Looks like Grasso almost got into the wall there. But Britton is not driving away from Maines there. We got Parker, and then we go back to Rowe and then Maastricht in that 38 Ford, working the high side here. Robert Rowe down on the inside. Rowe last pit on lap 67, so some of these guys pitted when we had that last caution, it looks like. So we'll see how so they're going to be it's going to be tight there. Really haven't had to see a full fuel run, so you know they can make it 26, 27 laps on fuel, so looks like they'll be a couple laps short maybe. So top 6 are probably going to have to pit, so that leaves us in 7th position. Cinnabel and Grasso, they pit on laps. And there goes Jerry Parker down pit lane. So we'll see if Britton, Maines, Rowe, then Maastricht, see when they elect to hit pit lane. Looks like they last pit on 66, 67, so see if they have to come down or if anybody tries to take a chance, and but they're going to have to save tons of fuel there. Saw lap 26, 27 laps is about what they've made it, but they've had a few cautions here and there, so this is our longest green flag run, the 47. Ooh, Grasso down to the inside as that Snubble just clicked that wall. Grasso was able to get out from behind him and now is taking over the proverbial lead of the guys who have pitted. We'll see if Snubble can make his way back up to Grasso. As he is able to work around that lapped car there. The Britton Mains row are still in front of these drivers right now. Grasso, Snubble have been up front most of the race. Get back in traffic once they made their pit stops. So top three looks like they're probably going to have to hit pit lane. We'll see how quick they can be. .47's trying to dig everything he can out of the track to catch back up to the 54 of Grasso. Snubble ate the wall a couple laps ago, so he's trying to rebound and get back to where he wants to be, and that is where he started the race. Britton Mains down pit lane for their money stop. See if they can get some fuel thrown in those machines and get them back out on track and up to speed before the leaders make their way back around the track. Robert Rowe has not hit pit lane yet, so he will take over the lead for the moment. Grassos and Snubble are not too far behind. He only has a 5-second gap. So staying out for Britton and Mains kind of did them in a little bit. So the battle will be between the 54 Toyota and the 47 Chevy here for the win with 11 laps to go. Grasso is managing that gap pretty well back to Snubble here. Staying just over half a second for the moment. The 44 Robert Rowe pulls in pit lane, so that will indeed give the lead back to Grasso. As we have 10 to go here from Indianapolis in the iSNF NextGen Cup Series. Lap times are very similar between the top two. Linus Brostrom, Alex Arleson back in third and fourth. Justin Barkley up in fifth. Grasso's just trying to hit his marks and make it through these last 9 laps now. Looks like he's slowly starting to pull away maybe from Snubble here. As that gap is now 3/4 of a second. Just see how close that he was to the wall there. Trying to get every ounce of horsepower he can. Is Snubble out of that 47 Chevy, trying to get back to the 54 Toyota of Joshua Grasso here. But Grasso, gap kind of went down a little bit. Looks like Snubble made it back down to about half a second. Looks like Grasso might be trying just to not to worry too much about the stuff out front and worry about the driver in his rearview mirror. As you see, they're coming up on traffic just a little bit. Looks like the 16 machine there is just in front of them. Grasso Snubble just over half a second still. That gap has been managed at that with 8 laps to go. As they are just out cruising here. Nobody really around them. They have about a little over 6.5 second gap back to third and Miles Broadstrom back there, but it will be between these top two for the moment as that gap gets back out to 3/4 of a second. Grosso holding tough with 7 laps to go. And just pulled a little bit more that time by on Schnabel here. Schnabel ate the wall again, so that gap's going to go back probably almost to 1 second now. And Schnabel is just trying to get everything he can out of that 47 Chevy and made a couple mistakes now, collected the wall out of 4 and just there. Looks like out of 2. Seven laps to go. And Grosso is looking to put that 54 Toyota in victory lane. Back here, there's a battle between Delgado and Britton. And it looks like the 22 machine there is just in front of them. Gunnarsson, Delgado, and Britton. Looks like it's mostly going to be Delgado and Britton here battling out for 8th and 9th position. Gunnarsson is in 7th. '22 Ford is hanging tough up there. Keeping Delgado right behind him, as you can see. Gunnarsson's trying to kind of break that draft a little bit, sneak away. 6 laps to go, soon 5 to go as the leaders take their cars across that start-finish line here. Ross was able to get by the 16 there and put a lap car between him and Schnabel. Schnabel and Grosso were the top 2 battling for the majority of the race. We're going to see if anything can happen to jeopardize Grosso here, as he has got a couple lap cars now between him and Schnabel. Handshake lap is going to be complete momentarily. Coming down that front straightaway once again. 4 to go this time by. Braschel, Schnabel, Broadstrom, Arleson, and Barkley are the top 5 here. As Grosso gets by another lapped car there. Looks like that's the one machine of Michael Iskandar. So Grosso still has a couple lap cars between him and second place Schnabel. Working on 3 laps to go here as they come down that front straightaway one more time. Grosso 3 to go. Got to be feeling pretty good without seeing that 47 machine in his rearview mirror. Schnabel's made it by one of the lap cars. Has a 16 between him and Grosso here. 3 laps to go. Looks like everybody else is pretty well spread out throughout the field. They're coming back on to the 5 once again, as you see that smoke kind of blowing around there. Popsicle sticks in the air as Grosso crosses the start-finish line. Looks like Schnabel has kind of almost given up a little bit. Doesn't look like he's pushing that 47 machine near as hard. He's got a almost 7.5 second lead on third place there. So no real reason to push this car too hard as we are at 2 laps to go. Grasso is now in the smoke wave of the 5. And we are under caution, so that shakes everything up. We will go to green, white checker and overtime here. Didn't catch what happened first time by. Let's see what we see here. 99 machine and the 9 machine. .31 to Justin Barkley. Oh, looks like the 99 machine of Amelia Fagrell just almost got into the wall, tried to turn down a little bit, and Justin Barkley was just right there. Turned off the nose of the 31 there of Barkley. Those are some pretty good stats for a rookie here in the series. The 31 just slipped up and caught her. 9 starts, 3 top 10 finishes. So, heck of a start to her rookie season here. So that will shake it up. It will bring everybody back into play, as those gaps were pretty well managed until the caution flag flew. So that will stack them up once again. So Grasso comes down pit lane. Schnabel stays out. Like the 9 machine is staying out as well, Daniel Holmer. So Grasso's going to come in, get some fresh tires, and we'll probably start maybe, depending on how many guys stay out, looks like 4 right now. So he'll start probably in row 3, it looks like. Schnabel here is going to be thanking that caution flag, as he was pretty much cruising out there, just basically guaranteed a second place finish here at Indy. And now with that caution coming out, he is able to battle for the win here. He'll have the 9 of Daniel Holmer in the front row with him, I do believe. Kenneth Tier and Robert Rowe will be in row 2. And Joshua Grasso will start row 3. So that caution shook everything up here. We'll see what happens once they get set here. So it is the 47 and 9 on the front row, 48 and 44 in row 2. You see that Monster Energy 54 Toyota down on the inside of row 3. So we'll see if Grasso tries to take it 3 wide early and get by the 48 of Kenneth Tier here. Daniel Holmer is going to try and hang as tight as he can with the 47 machine. As we make the turn out of 4, headed to the front stretch. Pace car will make that left-hand turn, and we will be under Schnabel's control here. Schnabel-Holmer will lead him to the green flag. Down on the loud pedal he goes, and he gets a little bit of a run. We'll see if the 54 stays behind the 48, and he does. As it looks like they're smoke towards the back of the field. The 48 jumps to the high side, allows 54 to get behind Schnabel. Schnabel has his hands full to the outside with Daniel Holmer, and soon to be right behind him. As a wrecking back behind him, looked like Lionel Brostrom went around into the inside wall, and we will stack him up again. 44 Robert Rowe as well. The 51 there of William Britton takes it 3 wide early. Jumps to the high lane. See what happens here. Almost 5 wide as the 3 and 44 go off the inside wall. So does the 22. So Linus Brostrom. Robert Rowe. Oh, the 22 gets a little side check there from the 4. Up front, the 31, the 3, the 44, 48 are all battling there. The 3 gets a run, taps the 44. 38's involved. The 1 and 7 get involved. The 24 barely makes it through without getting hit. Just the carnage just in front of. Oof. Nowhere to go, and then as they slide down, the 24 just barely misses the nose there. On board the 38 here. Woohoo! Chris Van Masters just took one right to the face there. So we'll restack them once again. So just looking through scoring here, it looks like Schnabel went to the pit lane. So that'll mean Holman and Grasso start on row 1. Justin Barkley, who was involved in that little altercation there, and Joey Maines will be in row 2. Schnabel will be back in P10 right now. So here we go again. Lights are out. So we're still in overtime here. They're stacked up, ready to go one more time. Got the 9 of Homer down on the inside. Grasso in the high lane. We go back to Barkley and Maines in row 2. Barkley's been hanging around there, battling back and forth. Oh, checked up. So they will probably, I was going to say, they look like they might be extending that caution, but they do not. Pace car is down to the inside, and we are under the control of Daniel Homer here on the inside lane. Grasso Homer. .31 of Barkley is going to try and force it 3 wide early, and he does down the inside. 3 wide, almost into the outside wall does Grasso. Grasso gets the lead, and see if he can hang on to it as they work their way through turn 2. Grasso into the wall, checks it hard, and that is going to shake it up as Maines gets through. And Maines is now out in front. Britton up to second. Delgado is in third. Joey Maines, up 32 spots from where he started, is going to come across the start-finish line and take that white flag. And here comes William Britton in that 51 machine. We'll see if he's going to be able to close the gap on Joey Maines. Maines and Britton and Delgado are going to battle it out here for the win. Maines goes clear down to the inside, trying to break that draft as much as possible. Coming to the start-finish line here. Ooh, Delgado's going to check the wall again. Britton driving his heart out in that 51 machine. Wrecking back behind him. But Joey Maines is going to come across and win here at Indy. William Britton up for second. Schnubel finishes third as Delgado was wrecking back behind him. Oh, the Ford just got loose. And that is a wild ride for Alex there in that 8 machine. So Joey Maines will bring that tally up to 2 wins. In that 42 machine for Legacy Motor Club. Didn't lead the most laps, but he definitely led the right one, as he was able to take advantage of a couple mistakes there and bring that 42 machine home to victory lane, up 32 spots. William Britton up 17 into second, and Schnabel there in third after electing to pit on that last green-white checker. All right, we're with third place driver Lenny Schnabel here. Lenny, how's it going, man?
It was going really well, except for the one of the final runs where I hit the barrier. But apart from that, it was really, really good. Didn't expect that, to be honest, but yeah, we had some decent pace. Might be also down to the experience I got with breaking cars down on road courses. Yeah, I'm really happy with that performance, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. You were out front. You led quite a lot of the race. You were able to basically take advantage of some mistakes there. What made you decide to come down and get tires there at the end of the race?
It was most down to fuel.
Fuel.
I had 1 lap of fuel left in the tank, so we had to pit either way. And then I thought, yeah, let's go for tires, and it worked out really well. Also pretty lucky with that wreck at the end, but
Yeah,
that's just part of the game, I guess.
definitely. Well, before we let you go here, anybody you want to thank for your P3 finish here?
Yeah, shout out to my teammates. They were backing me off a little bit, and shout out to my Alcantech teammates, and to my parents, and thank you for the stream as well.
All right, thanks, Lenny. All right, second place, William Britton. William, how's it going, man?
Doing well. Good to be here. How are you doing?
Oh, not too bad. Got called in here to try and get this broadcast here. But I mean, heck of a run. You looked like you kind of were on the right pit strategy for a little while there, trying to pit kind of off cycles, what it seemed like. Was that kind of always the plan?
Yeah, I mean, the only way you can really win is sometimes doing something different than everybody else. Because if you do the same and you're back there in the pack, you're just not going to gain any track position.
Yeah, it definitely looked like it. Looked like you had some speed on those restarts there. You tried to take it 3 wide a couple times there, and it was able to work and get you up to where you needed to be. Looks like this is, judging by the stats that are on the screen, your first race you finished here in the NextGen Cup Series.
Yes,
and it's a podium finish, man.
Yes, it's definitely been a rough start to the season for myself. Missed Daytona, and then Richmond just was in the wrong place at the wrong time on a lot of wrecks and got the DQ. And then last week at Michigan, I messed myself up and did a money shift. And then, yeah, so this is definitely a great, definitely helped build some more confidence back in myself for the rest of the season. Definitely a top tier. I would have liked to keep the 51 winning streak alive, but I should have chased the draft going down the back straightaway with 2 to go, but sometimes that just shaves off some speed too.
Definitely. Well, anybody you want to thank for your P2 finish before I let you go?
Definitely my teammate Jerry Parker. He encouraged me to kind of run my strategy, and which I kind of needed because sometimes I second guess myself and mess myself up. So definitely appreciate Jerry Parker. I definitely want to thank iSNF League for having us every week, and I definitely want to thank you gentlemen up in the broadcast for being here every week.
All right. Thanks, William.
Thank you. Peace, love, and bacon.
All right. Joey Maines, your winner. Hey, Joey, how's it going, bud?
It's going pretty good.
Well, I looked there for a little while like you weren't going to be able to pull off this victory, but fortune smiles upon you, and you were able to bring home the win.
Yeah, I caught a quite a few lucky breaks throughout that entire race. There was a couple really close calls that I had, and I got involved in one of the wrecks early on, got about 6 minutes worth of damage, got all that fixed, and just stuck with it the entire time, didn't give up.
Yeah, the never say die attitude brings you P1. How was the racing out there at Indy?
It was good. Could have been a lot better than what it was. I think there was too much aggression, people just not giving it all, just going and taking, and that's what was causing a lot of the wrecks. So it definitely could have been a lot calmer, like how it was towards the end, but, well, it's a little over now, but it definitely could have been a little less aggressive than what it was.
Yeah, definitely. But you get that 42 machine into victory lane. What are your thoughts kind of after you get a victory heading towards the rest of the season?
A lot of weight off my shoulders. I'm in the playoffs. Don't got to worry about that anymore because I have not had a good start to the season at all. So that's a really big help. And I can just coast, go for stage points throughout the year. Don't got to worry about having to race my way in, getting wins and whatnot. I can just race.
Definitely. Well, congrats on your second victory here in the Cup Series. Who do you have to thank for bringing it home?
Shout out to you guys for putting on the broadcast, everyone on the admin team, Rhea, everybody, Chris, and yeah, that's about it.
Definitely. Well, congrats again on your victory. Go celebrate, man.
Yeah, thanks. Talk to you guys later.
All right, so that was your race winner, Joey Maines. As we're looking here at the race results, Joey Maines brings home the win. William Britton in second. Lenny Schnabel in third. Joshua Grasso, rough to finish fourth. Kenneth Tier in fifth. Daniel Holmer, sixth. Harsh Missal in seventh. Jerry Parker, eighth. Justin Barkley was up front, wound up finishing ninth. Christian Delgado wrecked on the last lap there and brings home P10. Jack Jaggerman, Alex Elderson, Emily Fagrell in 13th, Rhea Ferris 14th. Paul Wilson brings home a top 15. Marcus Hagman brought home a really damaged number 5. Casey Tomlinson in 17th. Michael Iskandar in 18th. Robert Rowe, Linus Brodstrom round out that top 20. Jonas Gunnarsson and Chris Vanderstricht in 21st, 22nd. Matty Fornez in 23rd. Justin Bauer, Eduardo Caparado in 25th. Mike Simon, Jalen Battle faded to be 27th. Cody McCorkle in 28th. Hayeko Mueller in 29th. Danny Solo in 30th. Shane Posey, Jared McCullough, Austin Cook, Bob Wycraft, Tommy Stanley round out the top 35, 36. Rosa Lazo, Brian Treadwell, Chase Harden, and Tristan Rivers round out the field of 39 drivers that competed today. So with that being said, I want to thank everybody for joining us here on Sim Racing Media on YouTube and from all of the drivers of the INS NextGen Cup Series and all of us at Sim Racing Media. I want to wish you a good night and see you all next time on the track.